Ooh.
Shit, were there any?
Arturo Schomburg, Alberto Barro, Victoria Santa Cruz de Perú, Basquiat,
First one that came to mind was Celia Cruz.
Celia Cruz.
Probably like Celia Cruz. But that's more my mom's swag. Like that's not even really my bag. Like
She reminded me a lot of my mother. Speaking of, I would say my mother.
A lot of women would say like your first role model is your mom. She was always like, you're Black Hispanic.
the closest thing I had was like John Leguizamo, because at least he felt New Yorican.
Oftentimes, to see myself reflected was African American media. So magazines like Essence.
There are none that I can sort of point to that represent not only me, but represent where I come from, San Pedro Macorís.
Mama Tingo, we had like framed photos of her in my house my whole life, and my mom would be like, yo, like, you don't take shit from nobody like she did. She advocated for the rights of rural farmers. She had been farming that land for over half a goddamn century when this guy came in and just bought all of it and was like, it's my land now. And she was like, oh, hell no, like, absolutely not.
I found out about La Doctora Evangelina Rodriguez. She introduced like sterile methods that brought down the like infant mortality rates, like gave food to the poor. She was giving birth control to sex workers, stuff that's still taboo now. And that was like in the early 1900s.
They had to assassinate her. Like they had to kill her because she was not like backing down or anything. And this woman was illiterate. And like this woman was everything that like society would deem to be less than, but she started a whole like revolution on our island. And I was just like, I want to be like that. And I was like, I can be like that. It made me smile at myself when I looked in the mirror for the first time in a while.
We focused a lot on las mariposas, las mirabales, who were, you know, rich and white. But Doctora Evangelina Rodriguez was Black and poor, and she was completely erased. When I read about how she's remembered as just like an ugly, crazy Black woman, like that's the epitome of erasure.
Todas estas personas han dedicado su vida al reconocimiento de la afrodescendencia en Latinoamérica.
And there's a lot of more visibility to be had.
I think we're still waiting for our moment. Who's gonna be like our Issa Rae, our Francesca Ramsey? Like who's gonna be the Afro-Latinx person to come out and lay the groundwork for everyone else to ride the steps?
There's still the fact that the majority of Latin America is non-Black and they're not doing the work. So it really rests on like, if you don't look Black, then it is actually your job to make sure that other people are represented, and that's basically where the crux is right now.
I think that we're on the cusp. Like it's coming. It's just a matter of time before someone gets the platform.